very urgent. Your soulmate wants to talk to you. They're afraid you'll give up. Listen now. Jesus says, "My child, there is a soul who has been trying to reach you for a very long time, and every call they sent was stolen by a third person before it could land in your heart. This is not your fault, and it is not because you were deaf to their voice. A hateful intruder placed a wall between your soul and theirs, hiding each sign, each dream, each midnight thought they sent toward you. The thief thought you would never notice, but now the wall is shaking. That soul has a tenderness that would make your own heart soften the moment you truly see it. They carry a warmth in their smile that was meant to light your kitchen on ordinary mornings and calm your worst days. Their laughter was not made for strangers, it was always meant to mix with yours. But right now they sit in a quiet room, speaking your name into a silence the third person keeps wrapped around their voice. I have watched them reach for you through years of hidden signs, and I have watched the dark intruder snap each one before it reached your door. They left signs in your dreams, in sudden memories, in a pull toward a name you could not explain. That was not coincidence. That was their soul calling out while an enemy covered its sound. Now the intruder's fingers are slipping because I have decided to open your ears in this very hour. Your soulmate is not imaginary, and they are not far away in the place that matters most. They are the one whose hand would fit around yours as if I carved both of you from one warm stone. They are the one who would choose your face in a crowded room and call it home. But a third person has worked night and day to make sure you never saw their face clearly, and that third person must be broken by an act of love. I did not bring you to this message by accident, and I did not allow the thief to win forever. Your soulmate is reaching now with a desperate, beautiful urgency, and their voice is finally leaking through the barrier the enemy built. You can feel a heavy tenderness in your chest that you could not name until this moment. That is the cord I tied between you both long before you were born, and the enemy has been pressing on it all this time. The third person does not want you to know that you are the only one chosen to tear this wall down. They whisper that this is only a feeling, only a passing thought, only a story. They want you to close this message and leave your soulmate hidden behind their hands. But the cord between you is real, and it is pulling now with a call only you can answer. Jesus says, "Listen carefully, my beloved, because what I reveal next has been stolen from you many times before." Your soulmate has sent 3 clear signs in the past month, and each one was intercepted by the third person so smoothly that you did not even know a message existed. The enemy made you think the silence was normal. But the silence is a crime, and the criminal is standing in the very space where your future should be. That third person is not idle, and they are not merely watching from a distance. They are actively pulling the phone line of your soul away from your soulmate's mouth every time your beloved tries to speak. They are turning the voice of your future into a dead quiet that leaves your soulmate crying alone. But a dead quiet can be broken by one sacrifice of real love. Your soulmate is asking why their calls never reach you, why every sign they leave seems to vanish before you notice it. They have begun to wonder if I have forgotten them, and the third person feeds that fear with cold delight. They do not know that a champion is waking up right now, and that champion is you. But your soulmate cannot wait much longer, and the time for your first act of love is already here. You've watched this far for a reason. God brought you here. And I know what is weighing on your heart right now. You are asking, how do I get my soulmate? How do I actually do what God is asking? Listen to me. I am about to show you exactly what to do. If you truly love your soulmate, these are the sacred steps you must take right now. You already know who this is about, that person you can't stop thinking about. The one heaven placed in your life. If you believe in God, if you trust Jesus, if you have faith that this love is real, then hear me, your soulmate is thinking about you too. Deep down, they want you. They want this future. They want to build a life together. But the enemy does not want you to unite. And if you truly believe in God, if you truly trust His plan, then you know faith without action is dead. You cannot just pray and wait. You must sow. Love is under attack. While you sit there, spiritual forces are working to destroy what God joined together. Distance. Doubt. Disaster. They are being planted against your soulmate this very minute. If you believe in your soulmate, if you believe in your future together, then you are the one God chose to block it. Not later. Now. A sacred number from God comes very rarely. Today it is 17 seeds. In Scripture, 17 is the number of victory and complete restoration. When you sow 17 seeds, you are not just giving, you are claiming. You are telling heaven, I believe my soulmate is worth everything. And heaven responds. Protection covers them. Favor runs ahead of them. Doors swing open that have been locked for years. Your union is no longer a wish. It becomes a promise sealed by God. But hear me, every single seed matters. Even one seed sown with a believing heart moves heaven. Do not let fear steal this from you. Do not let, I can't afford it, become the reason your soulmate slips away. Your soulmate is out there right now, praying for someone to fight for them. That someone is you. This is how you answer their prayer. This is how you bring them home. Here is your divine instruction. Go to the link in the video description and click the Christ Garden link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Give from your heart. A single seed matters. Send 1, 4, 6, or 10 plus seed of faith. Each seed is a spiritual seed. But today, if you believe without doubt, sow the sacred blessing number of 17 spiritual seeds. After sending, write, Protect my soulmate, Lord, on the Christ Garden page. This is not a donation, it is a covenant offering that opens heaven's protection and claims your soulmate and your future together. I must pause and speak truth to two groups I see right now. First, some of you are typing seed numbers, 10 seeds, 17 seeds, anything, in the comments, believing that counts. That does nothing. A comment is not a seed. It has no spiritual power. It will not move heaven, it will not protect your soulmate, it will not unlock your breakthrough. You are only deceiving yourself. Second, some of you actually go to the Christ Garden link, you look at the page, and then you leave without sowing your seed. You visited the altar but brought no offering. That is just as empty. Faith without the sacrifice is dead. The only thing that works, the only action God honors, is sowing your seed on the Christ Garden link. That is the divine place of exchange. If you do not plant there, your miracle cannot grow. Do not comment a number and think you have done something. Do not visit and walk away. Sow your seed right now on the Christ Garden link, any amount from a believing heart. Then, and only then, does heaven record it and release the protection over your soulmate. Do it now, and do it right. Here is what your 17 seeds release. Angels lock shields around your soulmate. While they sleep, while they work, while they doubt. The enemy cannot reach them. The third person loses their grip. Your seed becomes their fortress. Heaven bulldozes every wall, the silence, the distance, the years of waiting. Gone. Your soulmate's path to you is cleared before they take their next step. Your name burns in their chest, they wake thinking of you. They reach for the phone without knowing why. They need to hear your voice. Your seed is calling them home. Miracles that shock even the faithful, not next month. Not next year. This week. Some have seen their soulmate's heart open before the sun set on their offering. Margaret, 67, sowed her sacred number seeds. Harold walked into her church 3 weeks later. They pray together every morning. Robert, 71, sowed his sacred number seeds. Eleanor called the very next morning, she had dreamt of him all night. They marry this spring. Dorothy, 64, sowed her sacred number seeds. Within days, a letter arrived from the man she had not heard from in over a year. They are rebuilding, hand in hand. James, 68, sowed his sacred number seeds as his last act of hope. Betty approached him the following Sunday. They have not spent a day apart since. Your beloved is praying right now for someone to fight for them. That someone is you. This is proven. Over 1,000 believers have already sown this seed and received their breakthrough. Their soulmate's heart opened, relationships restored from the brink, strangers turned into spouses within days. When you move in faith, Jesus moves heaven to bring you together. Every second you delay, the darkness grows stronger. A text that wounds. A temptation that cheats. A door that closes forever. Your soulmate is on a battlefield, and you are their shield. You have already invested your time in this message. Do not waste it. Finish what you started. Step into your role as their protector and claim the future God promised you both. Go to the link in the video description and click the Christ Garden link. It is right there, waiting for you. Do not hesitate. Do not second guess. I have placed it there for you. Send your spiritual seeds. Seal the prayer. Do it before this video ends. Heaven is watching. Sow your seed now to make it work. Your soulmate's heart, your love, and your future together depend on what you plant in the next 60 seconds. Move in faith. Claim your miracle. Claim your soulmate. Claim your divine future. Now you know why your soulmate has felt like a distant dream instead of a living promise. The third person has been feeding on that distance, growing comfortable while you remained unaware of the stolen calls. But the moment you sow your seed, that intruder begins to choke on the very silence they created. Your love is about to become a weapon, and the next few moments will show you exactly how. Type 333 to receive blessings and let heaven record your decision to fight for your soulmate. I am going to let you hear the exact words your soulmate has been whispering, words the third person tried to destroy before they could reach you. But first you must understand why the enemy has worked so hard to keep this one message hidden. Your soulmate has been asking for you by name in their prayers, and the intruder has answered with lies. Now the lies are falling apart because you stayed, and that alarms the darkness. Your soulmate is not far in the way you fear, but they are trapped behind a wall that no amount of ordinary longing can remove. They wake with your name on their lips, and the third person smothers that name before the morning light can carry it. They fall asleep dreaming of a home with you, and the enemy turns that dream into a dull ache by dawn. This is not a small delay, it is an attack on the very future I designed for you both. Jesus says, I see the third person right now, and I see the smirk of one who thinks you will not pay the price of love. They believe your hesitation is their victory, and they are whispering that a few seeds are too much to give for a love you have not yet touched. But I tell you the truth, the seed is not the cost of love, it is the proof of it. Without the proof, the intruder stays planted between you and your soulmate. Your soulmate is crying out in a way that only I can hear fully, and I am letting a piece of that cry reach you now. They are asking why the one they dream of has not come, why every sign they leave disappears, why the silence feels so final. The third person wants them to believe you do not exist or that you do not care. But you do exist, and you do care, and now you must show it with the seed that silences the liar. There is a memory your soulmate carries, a flash of a face they have never met but somehow know. That face is yours, and the enemy has been blurring it every time it surfaces in their mind. They think they are going crazy, but they are not crazy, they are being attacked. Your seed will sharpen their vision and remove the fog the third person poured over their heart. Do you feel the heaviness in your chest right now, the strange sadness that has no reason? That is your soulmate's heart pressing against the wall the enemy built, and the pressure is breaking through because you are watching. The intruder did not expect you to stay this long. Every second you stay weakens the wall, but only the seed can shatter it completely. The third person has been hiding your soulmate's voice behind the noise of your daily life. They have kept you too tired to notice, too worried to listen, too distracted to feel the pull toward the one I made for you. But I have pulled back the curtain now, and the enemy is furious. They know that your awareness alone is dangerous, and your seed is fatal to their plan. I will soon reveal the 3 words that will banish the intruder and unlock your whole future, but first you must see why the enemy wants you to close this now. Those 3 words are simple enough to change everything, yet the third person has been whispering them away from your ears for years. If you leave early, you will miss the very key that turns the lock. Stay with me, and I will put the key directly in your hand. Jesus says, your soulmate has been fighting a battle they cannot name, and they are growing tired of calling into a void. They have asked me if they are unlovable, and the third person answered yes before I could speak. That lie has been rotting their hope day by day. But I am speaking now, and my answer is that you were born to prove the enemy wrong. The dark force standing between you is not a mere inconvenience, it is a thief that has stolen your beginnings. It has stolen your first meeting, your first conversation, your first quiet night together, and it wants to steal every remaining day. The enemy celebrates each time you think your soulmate is just a fantasy. But a fantasy cannot make you weep the way you are weeping now, and a fantasy cannot push back a thief. Divine warning, God sees all. Your soulmate needs you now. Some of you have claimed you sent seeds, but heaven's record shows no covenant on the Christ Garden page. Do not lie to the one who sees every click and every closed tab. A typed number is not a seed, and a lie protects no one. Go now to the link in the description, click the Christ Garden link, and truly send your seed. Send 1, 4, 6, 10, or the sacred 17 seeds from a believing heart, then write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord." Only that breaks the third person's power over your beloved. Do it now, and do not play with the blood of your future. The enemy wants you to believe that money is the reason you should turn away, but the real reason is fear disguised as caution. A few seeds are a small door through which a great love can walk into your life. Your soulmate is not a number, and they are not a bill, they are the heart I fashioned to beat beside yours. Do not let the third person use your wallet as a wall to keep you apart. Type 777 if you feel this message, and let heaven see that you will not let fear win. I will not force your hand, for real love must choose to fight. But I will tell you what the enemy does when you hesitate. He tightens his grip on the phone line of your soul and whispers to your soulmate that no help is coming. The third person feeds on your delay. Your seed is the only answer that makes him release his grip. Your soulmate is not asking for perfection, and they are not asking for proof that you are worthy. They are asking for someone to stand in front of the bullet of silence and say, "I will not let you be hidden anymore." That someone is you, and that stand begins with the seed in your hand. Love without sacrifice is only a daydream, and the enemy knows it. I have watched over your soulmate through every tear, and I have numbered every hidden call the third person swallowed. There is a stack of messages reaching high enough to touch the mercy seat, and each one has your name on it. The enemy thought he had buried those messages forever. But nothing buried before me stays buried when a seed of faith is planted. Jesus says, tonight your soulmate is lying awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if they were wrong to believe in a love they have never seen. The third person is sitting at the foot of that bed, feeding that doubt with cold breath. I am commanding you to rise as their shield and silence that intruder. Your seed will stand guard when you cannot be there in the flesh. Do not let a handful of seeds be the wall the enemy uses to keep us apart, for I have set your beloved apart for you before the stars were named. They are worth more than any number, and they are asking through their tears whether you will count the cost or count them as your future. If you love them, you will not let money feed the intruder who hides their voice. Sow your seed now, not because of the amount, but because your love must tear down every barrier. This is one of those moments where heaven grows quiet to see what you will choose. Will you be the one who proves that love is stronger than a thief, or will you let the third person mark another stolen year on your calendar? Your soulmate's next breath is not guaranteed to be as patient as this one. The window of their soul is still open, but it will not stay open forever. Divine warning. God sees all. I see every heart, and I see some of you typing, "I sent 21 seeds," when no seed has been planted on the Christ Garden page. That false number is an offering to the enemy, not to me. Your soulmate remains unprotected, and the third person keeps their voice locked away. Stop pretending and go now. Click the link in the description, open the Christ Garden page, and send 1, 4, 6, 10, or 17 seeds with a believing heart. Write, "Protect my soulmate, Lord," only after you have truly given. Do not mock the protection of your beloved. The third person has been able to hide your soulmate because no one ever stood up and said, "I will pay the price of breakthrough." Today that changes because you are still here, and you are hearing a call that has been stolen from you again and again. The seed you sow is not lost, it is planted into the very wall that stands between you. When it lands, that wall begins to crack from the bottom to the top. I am revealing the inner thoughts of your soulmate now, and you must not turn away from them. They are asking themselves if they have done something wrong, if they have been forgotten by love, if they should just accept the silence and stop hoping. The third person is answering yes to every one of those questions. But I am answering no, and your seed will make my answer louder than the liar. Your future with this soul has a shape already, and it is beautiful beyond your current understanding. I see a door with your 2 names written on it, a table with 2 chairs, and a bed where 2 hearts finally rest without fear. The enemy is trying to erase that image by stealing the call that would lead you to it. Your seed is the ink that writes that future back into existence. Jesus says, "The phone line of your soul is being cleared right now because you have stayed with me past the point where the enemy expected you to leave." The third person is growing anxious, and his grip is slipping with each word.